In this video, we're going to take a look at the build elements in a little bit greater detail so that you know not only how to use them, but to modify them as necessary. So on the basic section of elements, I'm going to take a look at one called image and text. And if I were to take it and drag it over to one of my pages, um, you will again notice the blue line that gets created to say where it is that you want to place the element, and you just let go and it creates the element on the page. And there's a few things to take a look at when it does come up. First of all, in this one, which happens to be a combination of two different things, a place to put an image as well as a place to write text, you'll notice that every element has this blue border around it. Now this blue border has three different main icons next to them. The first one is this little arrow icon, and what that does is once you're done with the element, you may decide that you want to copy that element to another page or move it to another page, and so the little arrow allows you to do that. You can copy it to another page, or you can move it entirely to a different page. The second icon that you'll notice is the one in the middle here, and this is just to grab the element and move it somewhere else on the page. So let's say, for example, that I had, well, I can show you an example here. Let's say that I brought in a title, and I happen to have placed it below my text and image element, and that really isn't a good place for the title. Obviously, the title should go on top. And so I can take that element once it pops up. There's the title. And what you'll notice is, as I click on it or hover over it, let me actually give it a title. I will call this my blog post. Let's just call it something like that. As I hover over it, I'll see that I've got the center icon there. I can take that, and as I drag it above the image and text element, the blue line also goes above, so that I know at that point that I'm ready to drop it there. And now I've just repositioned that particular element. And the other thing I can do is on each element there's a checkbox, and obviously that would mean if you click on it, it gives you the option to delete that particular element. Okay, so once you get inside an element, there are some things to do. Let me start that over again. If I were to click on an image icon, I click on it, and it just says go find a photo to add. So I can upload a photo from my computer. In this case, I've created on my desktop a folder of sample pictures. These happen to be from the 8th grade physics project. So I can take a picture like this, I can open it, and it'll start to download it or upload it to the website. And there's a few different things with images. You can resize them here, and by clicking on them again, and there's a few other options. I won't go into these in great detail, just know that they are available to you. Lightbox, what that does is it allows you to have the image when someone clicks on it, when a visitor clicks on it, to appear in a large format in front of the page. Okay, so I like that feature, and I'm going to leave Lightbox on for the moment. When I get into editing text, you'll notice that at the top of the text window there's all these text editing options. So I might say something like, this is my first blog post. And there are a few different things. I could bold text, I can italicize, I can underline, I could make the text larger or smaller, I could change the color of the text. I could also take a particular word if I wanted, and I could link it out to something else. So if you were linking back to another section of your website, you can highlight the words that you want to be linked and then click on the link icon and actually go to one of your pages. You can go out to the internet, you can attach a file, you could even attach an email address. Okay, so there's different things that you can do with the link. And then the rest of these are fairly straightforward. This is, do you want to make the words line up on the left? This is called left justify, center justify, right justify, and full justify, meaning line up directly along both sides. Okay? You can create bulleted lists or numbered lists, and you could also, at some point, if you don't like any of the formatting, you can remove it there. Okay? These are undo and redo icons. And that's it for the elements. Let me maybe show you one last thing that I think some of you may end up doing. Let's suppose that you like what you did, but you want to create multiple columns afterward. You can bring in a columns element. And let's say that I wanted to put this right underneath my title. So I would wait until I saw the blue line underneath my title. There it is. Okay. And by default, the columns element brings in 2 columns. However, at any point, you can choose to create 3 columns, 4 columns, 5, and then to drag it inside the first column. And by doing that, now I've moved my element of image and text inside one column, and I could use this other column for something else. So columns are useful depending on how you want to divide up your information on any given page. Okay, that's building elements part 2.